Hi Virgo, here's a general look at your solar chart for March 2011. Now, every year at this time, it's about close relationships and opposite numbers, so this is going to be a good period for cooperation. That was starting up in late February, actually. Certain others are likely to strike a chord in your mind. You can exchange ideas, you can discussion, you can exchange views, but also gather information through like this one-to-one, on this one-to-one sort of level. And co-workers or those providing a service for you are likely to be easier to get along with. Also, your efforts are likely to be appreciated by those who you are helping or working for, and could even be lucrative for you or in some other way give you a boost, whether it's a resource of some kind or in some way give you a boost, give you an option there. The energies highlight special people in your life, but you could be making new connections, whether this is in the personal or professional arena. You could be making useful new connections, receiving, getting the information that you want. There could be more correspondence going on there with others, more discussions on those sorts of job-orientated, work-orientated, health-orientated, practical, basic levels, whether it's your own health or on behalf of somebody else. Collaborative alliances are favored. Teaming up with another could be very productive and, as I say, bring you some sort of provision of resources or help with resources. And a female influence could inspire improvements related to health or work. So until the 10th, the mental focus will be on close one-to-one relationships, and it's important for you to get clear feedback, be very sort of crystal clear about what they're saying to you, but also give, clear information yourself. Also vital that you talk things through with a partner or a colleague, look for compromises, as Mars' presence in this area all month. Mars is a little bit combative, can get a little heated at times, and there could be tensions between you if you bottle things up. But if you are both, as it were, singing from the same page, then you can get an awful lot done. Two heads are better than one, and you can get an awful lot done, clarify things, get the information you need if you put your head together with somebody else. So a lot can be accomplished if you cooperate and sometimes, search maybe for a win-win solution, maybe have to compromise. Because, others' point of view could be useful, but even if it's not, at least it helps you to clarify your own point of view and maybe pick up some pointers in the process, Virgo. But remember, it's likely someone is going to be there in that sort of, on that practical, even if it's just offering you a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or a smoothie or herbal tea or whatever it is. And giving you a pat on the back. It could be, on that level, or it could be on a bigger level than that, because, you can tap the energy and it'll be there. So you can benefit from somebody's advice, or some other sort of material contribution which could help with your work situation or health situation, anything which affects your daily routines anyway. Collaborating in practical ways can make your life easier just now. And now, there might be something unexpected coming along over the 9th and the 10th, which, either of those days, which just suddenly speeds things up, gets your attention, puts your mind on overdrive. You might be a bit on the edge of your seat, but really articulate and a lot sharper than usual. And then from the 10th, the mental focus is going to be geared to planning, plotting, perhaps budgeting for the future. You'll be thinking about those things, maybe material objects, maybe it's around a joint resource. It could be around jointly held property or something which is reliant upon somebody else's say or somebody else's money. Generally, you'll be weighing things up. You'll be gauging. You'll be preoccupied. You'll be more introspective as you weigh certain things up. Be a good time for you to take some confidential advice or some advice from an expert to work things out. And again, lay those cards on the table. Be very clear, in your exchange, which can be quite intense at times with certain others. But at that time, from the 10th, you might be wanting to keep your cards a bit closer to your chest. It's a good time to thrash out a deal, though, and do that before the last 2 days when Mercury goes retrograde, if you can, because that's generally just a slower phase. So then it'll be more a question of clarifying things and thinking ideas through as the Mercury energy slows down. However, your intuition, let your intuition be your guide just from the 10th, I would say, because that gut instinct will be working very well, so you can trust it. Now, if you may know or you may not know that Saturn is in this area of material security for you. So Saturn should have you taking small, consistent, steady steps, taking the long view, looking way ahead to ensure your future material security, whether that's with money, property, whatever it is. Saturn is the builder planet and is your best ally here, as it may just make you feel uncomfortable enough with what within the parameters of what you've got. It kind of tends to squeeze, Saturn does, and then exert pressure like a vice sometimes, so that it forces a decision and it makes you reach out for something which is going to improve your comfort zone in the future, and maybe feed the piggy bank too. Doesn't necessarily have to be the same thing, but it could be. So you're just going to have to be patient and consistent here. And that's where a lot of people have problems with Saturn. This is an instant, convenience-orientated society, and we've lost the art of persevering patiently with a steady focus upon what we wish to achieve, what we wish to have over long periods of time. So manifestation techniques should be really helping here, but the results might arrive incrementally, not all at once, because Saturn rules time. Possibly an advantage. If you want to buy or sell something today, Saturn will tend to hold things back until the timing is right, in the grander scheme of things, which you may be completely ignorant of. You just see it as a hold-up. You just see it as, this long time of waiting. But you might actually end up getting the better deal. Thing is, it's all about vibration. So if you become disheartened because things seem to be dragging their feet, you feel the squeeze on you, maybe with the finances, with your space, with your comfort zone, whatever it is, and it begins to get you down, then you fall out of that creative vibration, which is more likely to pull what you want towards you more quickly, even though it is a Saturn transit. And you may ultimately not do so well or have to wait even longer. So anyway, with steadfastness and confidence, keep plugging away at whatever you wish to improve, you wish for, which is going to improve things for you on these basic levels. Now you've got a bountiful ally with Jupiter, who's encouraging an influence which is there to give you a financial boost, Virgo, or a boost with other resources, somebody else picking up the tab, somebody else saying, look, we've got this equipment you can use, or this space you can use, or just giving you a kind of a break there. And again, it can be in small ways, it can be in big ways. Jupiter's going to be there for several months. So in March, it's there, and this could translate as better prospects related to a property, a jointly held property of some kind. Funding. If you want to apply for funding, it's good to do it when Jupiter's in this area of your chart. And whether something is lent or leased, these sorts of things will tend to come to you more easily. That's where flow is, that's where throughput is. And so go with the flow. You don't have to second guess that. Yes, sometimes when there's a heavier Saturn transit, like there is actually at the moment for us all, because Saturn is retrograde, it can slow down that flow, but the flow is still there in that area. So if you're looking to improve things in the area of resources which are reliant on another's control in a way, this would be a good time for you to do it. Even building up sort of another area of resource for yourself, perhaps. But really, it is very likely that there will be something there that just makes these sorts of resources flow more easily towards you. Now, from the 20th to the 22nd, there could be a surprising turnaround or breakthrough in a small or a big way. From the 24th, that's the 21st, sorry, that's a transformational phase when you're going to be shifting from one gear to the next, but in the process, feeling more self-protective as you gauge where your priorities are. So a little bit more of the same of what I was saying earlier. And of course, Uranus is going to shift out of the partnership area. Those that you're closely connected with will stop doing such sudden things, endings, beginnings, and changings of mood, or throwing you into change because of what's happening to them. And it's going to move out, and it's going to go into a new area there. So more about that later. It moves out on March the 12th, and you, Virgos, in the very, very first couple of days of the sign will feel that influence, or likely to feel that influence over March. Well, that's it for March, and if you know your rising sign, listen to that too. It'll put another light on what I've said here, and I'll see you the next time.